there, it's Liz Yuille from Old Stables Crafts, UK independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. Thank you very much for joining me again today. Today's one of those exciting days. It's Craft Box Reveal Day. So, firstly, sorry it's a little later than I had anticipated. Some of you may know that I have had some family responsibilities that I've needed to address. So, it's been a little later. However, there's also been the challenge of the fact that we're about to move into a new catalogue, and therefore there's no guarantee about what's going to be available towards the end of May. However, for probably the first time known, there is one set of designer series paper that is carrying over, and it's ideal for what I had planned, because on the 17th of June it is Father's Day, and I sometimes think we forget to celebrate Father's Day with the same sense of joy and involvement as when we celebrate Mother's Day, or in what in my family would be called Mothering Sunday. In the UK, that's very much a traditional day. It's been in our genetic makeup, if you like, for many, many decades. Dates back to when girls in particular were in service, and so it's got a big tradition. Whereas Father's Day is more of an import, as in it's sort of been thrust upon us. But we shouldn't ignore our fathers. So, wood textures, perfect for men, but there's a but coming. So, the craft kit for May will be, and of course I've forgotten the dates, which will be linked, will be in the description, linked in the bar below. So there's a link to my post, which will have all the dates, and I honestly can't remember them, and I should have written them down, but hey, when did I ever do anything sensible like that? So, we'll start with the fun papers. So we've got half a pack of the 6x6 wood textures. So you will get 2 of each of 12 double-sided designs. So you get, let's take the cardstock out of the way. So this is, I've got one each way up. So one, two, sorry about the lighting. It's incredibly bright today. And if I have the window open, let me show you what I mean. If I do that, it's probably worse because there's this strip of light. Because the sun is beginning to set. There's a whole story about our cat. Some of you may know one of our cats has managed to injure themselves, and we've had a whole trek backwards and forwards to the vet today. It's been a bit of a nightmare. She's well, however, I would hasten to add. So let's go through the papers. So these two, then these, they are the same, you know, double-sided. Then some paler ones, some more weathered ones. They are all absolutely gorgeous. This one in particular, this weathered wood, I think is just stunning. But they are all amazing. I have done a whole album based around, like a mini book, based around these. And if you've been following me for any length of time at all, you would have seen a card I made for the Inspire, Create, Challenge masculine theme design team. Inspiration I used making this, and then we've got this as a final piece. So those are your papers, and they are gorgeous. So to go with that, I have got neutrals. So we've got 2 sheets of early espresso, 2 sheets of soft suede, 2 sheets of crumb cake, 2 sheets of smoky slate, 2 sheets of pink, I mustn't get the names wrong because we've got new pinks coming out. 2 sheets of powder pink. Sorry, I don't want to get it confused with the new pink. So 2 sheets of powder pink, which is one of the 2017-2019 in colours. And this is where I'm saying, I don't think this is just for men. So team this with, in particular, the weathered wood. Gorgeous. But it goes with a lot of the others as well. And I've deliberately chosen smoky slate rather than basic grey because, again, that softens the whole palette. Then 2 sheets each of Whisper White and Very Vanilla, and that's the usual stamping quality. I've also included in the kit, although, you know, they're only envelopes, so 5 each of Whisper White and Very Vanilla envelopes. So 5 each of, she says, grabbing from her stash, one of those, so 5 of those. And do you know, I've run out on my little handy stash of no, that's card. So yes, 5 Whisper White and 5 Very Vanilla. Note to self, restock my Very Vanilla handy stash. So 2 sheets of each of those, 5 each of the envelopes, so that's 10 envelopes, a half sheet of the copper foil, which I think goes with the wood textures brilliantly, half a pack of the True Gent buttons, because these are carrying over, and again for masculine they will be perfect, and some of these ones in particular will be great for women. Then half a pack of the corrugated elements, because again we're embracing that whole texture, natural craft look. So half a pack is 12 of each of 4 each of 3 designs. So 4 each of 3 designs of the buttons, 4 each of 3 designs of the corrugated elements. Then you also get 5 acetate boxes, so you can turn these into gift boxes, which would be lovely. Don't just think of those as being gifts for women, because they're not. And I have previously used these for gifting sweets and those sorts of things. So we then have the ribbon, which is always one of my favourite things to show you. So we have a yard of the crumb cake classic weave. So a yard, and I do mean a yard, not a metre. A yard of the copper trim, which is a much darker copper than the copper foil, but it's beautiful. 2 yards of the linen thread, which will be great for threading through buttons if you're one of those people who doesn't like buttons to not have thread. So that would be perfect for that. Then, so that's the basic kit. So let's bring all of that in so you can see it properly. Let's get these nicely fanned out so you can see these properly, and the papers so you can see those properly. So all of this will be yours for £20. That's just £20 delivered to your door, first class Royal Mail. The contents of the box is, as ever, more than £20 if you were able to buy it as separate items in this way, which of course, other than from me, you can't. So, say all of that, plus the boxes, plus the envelopes. So that is £20, including P&P, delivered to your door. The dates for the deadlines are below in the associated blog post, so all that's there. As ever, the deadline for me receiving cheques is slightly ahead, so I can get those banked before the actual deadline. You can add some extras. So the extras for this, I always do extras, are Colourful Seasons. And again, the masculine card that I made for the Inspire Create Challenge design team included Colourful Seasons. Wood Words, which was actually what was launched with the texture, the wood textures, when it was first launched last April for demonstrators, so June for you. This comes in either clear mount or wood mount. The Colourful Seasons is just in photopolymer, but it's 2 sheets, so it's huge. Wood mount, I say clear mount or wood mount, so Woodward, clear mount or wood mount. And then you can also add the Dynamic Textured Impressions embossing folder, which is Pinewood Planks, because again I thought that would be great with the wood textures. So the additionals are £24 for Colourful Seasons, or £20 for clear mount on Woodwords, 27 for wood mount, £9 for the 3D dynamic impressions embossing folder in pinewood planks. If you add any one of the additional items on, even if it's the £9 embossing folder, that will give you more than the £25 that I am asking people to spend if they wish to be entered into my prize draw for May. And the prize for May is a colour caddy with each of the retiring, as in the 2017-2018 colour families, so that's subtles, brights, regals and neutrals. The vast majority of the colours, however, are not retiring, so those will carry over. The prize is worth well over £200. So for every £25 you spend with me in May, you get an entry into that prize draw. So if you were to buy the kit, the planks and either one of these, so long, yeah, I'm doing the maths in my head, although technically if you bought this and the Clearmount wood words, that would not get you up to the £50 for 2 entries. It would get you to £49. As a kit craft box special, I will count this as 2 entries into my prize draw. If you buy either the wood mount or the Colourful Seasons with the embossing folder, then it will be over the £50 anyway. So, but that will get you two entries. But just the craft box and the textured impressions embossing folder will give you 1, and then if you add either of these as well, you'll get 2. So there we go. I will obviously be bringing you some projects for inspiration on how to use these over the next few days. So that will just give you a taste of what can be done with it. But in the meantime, all the dates, I'll put the dates for booking in the description bar below, so that you've got that without popping over to my blog, but all the information and a whole list of what's included, how much it would cost to buy it individually, which is over £70. If you could, the best value that I can work out of how you would get full packs of everything is over £70, but you can get it delivered for 20. So I hope that is of interest. For June, I don't know that I will be doing a box, because I will be doing paper shares and ribbon shares, and I don't think my brain will cope with a craft box and the paper and ribbon shares. I will think about that. But in the meantime, I hope you have found that exciting. I am really excited about it. So I hope you are excited about it as well. And I will see you again very soon. Thanks a lot for watching. Any questions or comments, leave them below. If you don't already subscribe, it's the button in the bottom right hand corner about there. And if you leave a comment, I will answer at some point in the not too distant future. In the meantime, thank you very much. Give it a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it, and I will see you soon. Bye!